Alrighty, there we go, there we go, there we go, there we go. Hello, hello, hello. Incredible greetings, everyone. How are you guys doing today? I'm a little late. Yeah, I'm a lot of late. I had some things I had to finish up and then had to take care of the little one and get him settled because everyone woke up late. Meant to be on much earlier because I have other stuff I have to do. So I want to like get this live video done. But it's Wednesday, and the time might not be consistent. But I'm trying my best to be consistent with my live videos on Hump Day. Happy Hump Day. So yeah. All right, let's go over here and get this all shared out. All shared out. All shared out. All shared out. And I have to go to Florida Flex. So I definitely need, it was raining, so I didn't want to go earlier. But I also don't want to deal with Hialeah traffic, lunchtime traffic, which actually is probably like now, and then rush hour. So I need to get this done so I can get to, well, it's not really Hialeah. It's kind of like the Doral area, but I got to go to Florida Flex. I need HTV to finish up these napkins that I have to do. So yeah. But hello, everyone. Incredible greetings. Welcome in. As you guys come in, drop a hey, how you doing? Let me know where you are watching from. Let me know, is it your lunchtime? Are you sneaking and watching me at work? Let's see. And I also want to make sure before I get into this and people can't hear me, if you can hear me, clap once. If you can hear me, clap twice. All right, I got to get this all shared out. Okay. It's all shared out to the places that I can share to. Alrighty. So let's just get right into this. Like I said, I do have to go out. I gotta go to Florida Flex to go get some HTV. It was something else I needed to get to while I was out, and I can't think right now. Probably need to go to Home Depot too. But definitely Florida Flex. So I can get that done. I can get these what's these things called? These napkins done, these custom napkins with HTV done. It's been a while since I have done, since I've done them. It's been a while since I've had a request for that. But I'm also don't, because I don't really advertise the event and like custom stuff as much anymore. It's like those who know me know. And then sometimes it's students or sometimes it's people who just like, because they see me like teaching and doing stuff like that. Of course, that means you also know how to do it. Do you still make them for others? Do you still sell them? And so that's kind of how those orders come in. But I don't actively like promote anymore because it is really, really hard to do both. Trying to always figure out, my academy business and with the teaching and social media, and then to actually market and maintain and do all of those, like if I was actually doing sales actively, you guys would see less and less and less of me online. So because as much, you guys would probably think, oh well, if I'm doing more orders I can like just be live, but I don't. It's hard to do that. Because sometimes I'm like moving around from like 30 different places, from station to station, room to room. So it would be hard to kind of have the camera follow anyway. So can't really like always just go live or just show it just to show it. But I do want to get back more into the event space. That is where I started from. If you don't know who I am, my name is Shakeya Lavelle, also known as Shakeya, the professor of HS Inc. 365. We are the home of the Honestly Speaking brand of products that you see scrolling across your screen. We carry the absolute best sublimation paper and ink that allows you to sublimate as low as 365 degrees, as fast as 30 seconds. And with that, you will get full saturation, full ink release, amazing colors. You can use plain paper, bright white. You don't have to use premium presentation paper matte, and you will still get amazing, incredible color payoff, full saturation. You do not compromise the quality by using plain paper when using Honestly Speaking's sublimation paper. So definitely check it out. Our ink comes in 140 milliliter bottles. Okay, what are you doing? So definitely check that out. We also have an online academy, 365 Creative Academy, where we help you to unlock your creativity in a wide variety of trainings, everything from party stuff, memorials, and foam board, and designing, creating SVGs, learning to design in Silhouette Studio, Photoshop, business, pricing. I mean, you name it, we probably have had a class on it. This year, I didn't do as many classes as like I've done previously. If you did not see my post, Sunday will be 1 year. And actually, the crazy thing is, I was in a class having a whole heart attack. It's not like a laughing matter, but it's just like for me to go back and think about the fact that I was literally in a class when I started having the heart attack. Like that's the part that's crazy to me. And then still didn't realize it. And after I got done with the class, I hopped my behind on live in pain. And still. So needless to say, I was a little obsessed, with teaching and coming on live and like, I just love what I do. Like I love, love, love teaching all the things of this creative industry. But Sunday will be 1 year from when I had it. And but yeah, of course I'm here. So I survived. On the 3rd will be 1 year of when I got my 2 stents put in my heart. So I've lived life a little fearful this past year. I didn't have a lot of major health risk factors when it came to my heart attack, meaning like high blood pressure, diabetes risk, or, I don't smoke. I don't really, I don't smoke at all. I don't drink. Like I like occasional amaretto sour, if I'm going out or I'm at a restaurant, but, I'm married to a Haitian. So, actually, it's probably been a long time. It's actually been a really, really long time since I had cremas. So, but I've had that before, stuff like that. I mean, I like rum cakes, but I don't really drink. So I didn't have a lot of those like major risk factors. For me, it was weight, and stress. And not knowing that I was stressed, even when like I didn't feel like stress, right? To me, it was just me doing what I love to do. Like I put a lot of stress on my body for a really, really long time, just constantly just going and going and going and going and going and going. And it wasn't like something that was like, oh, I want to pull my hair, like I'm stressing out like that. But you'll be surprised at the things that does add, like they're stressors, like they can add stress to your body. And that is pretty much the root cause of my heart attack. So I spent the past year kind of like operating from a place of fear and not wanting to, like, I wanted to minimize the stressors in my life. So I wasn't doing as many classes. I wasn't, it may seem like I was online a lot, but if you've been around here um, for a while and for a couple of years, you guys know that I used to be live every single day. If you are someone that's old school, like you have been following me for at least, let's say 4 to 5 years, maybe even 3 years. Let me know in the chat if you remember the day, like remember the times when I was live every single day, sometimes 3, 4 or 5 times a day. Let's see. Hello, hello, incredible greetings. Hey, Daddy. I am incredible today. Hey, honey bun. She's like, yep. So I remember, yep, definitely remember. So I put a lot of stress, and I definitely scaled back because I was going from like free live videos multiple times a day, and I had classes like morning classes, afternoon classes, evening classes, weekend. Like I did not take a break. Somebody else see, they said, I remember, yep. I remember them days. I remember, yeah. So I was going, I remember that when I first found you. Let's see. Yep, I remember. So I realized that was trying to be everything for everyone within my community and just help my community learn from the things that I have learned over the years. Also putting a lot of stress on myself, helping others that, that did not serve me well. Being in situations in certain groups and just being affiliated with um, certain organizations and certain companies and just doing so much. I spent a good part of a few years where all I saw in groups was like, oh, they're like, people don't stick together. There's no support. And no, this is nothing to anyone who's not African American. Like, it's not a racial thing as far as like, towards you guys or like trying to exclude you, but it is who I am. I'm African American. Most of the groups and most of the circles that I was in was a lot of other, I'm not going to say African American because everybody isn't American. So I'm just going to say a lot of Black people, right? So a lot of people of color. And there's this stigma of, not supporting and not sticking together. And women can be catty and da 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 da. Everybody's for themselves. So I literally spent about 2 years. And I don't like, you guys didn't know that, but like I battled with my family. I battled with like advisors and stuff like that. And this whole thing of I wanted to be the exception to the rule. Everyone kept saying that, people can't work together, they don't support, and all these different things. And I spent so much time like overdoing it to like be the exception to the rule and be the change that I wanted to see. That's something that we're taught all the time is be the change that you want to see. You have to be the person to make a difference. If you just go and it's like you just complain about it, nothing's going to change. So I went hard, hard, hard for a lot of other people to where I wasn't really benefiting from it, but I was putting that stress on myself, my body, like just going for others. And it bit me in the butt, and it's I still don't want to like feel like, yeah, maybe people were right, because I'm like, some things aren't ideally how I would want them to be, but I don't regret it because it's just in my nature. So I cannot regret something, like regret the person that God made me to be. Like he, that's just who I am. Like I'm a very giving person. I had my team, my advisors, my family, like fuss at me every single day. And it's like, Shakeya, why? I've lost friends, people who were near and dear to me because they were like, yeah, I can't sit back and watch you allow people to use you. And it's like, you are not seeing it. It's like, I was looking at life through rose colored glasses. Like, I'm not seeing it as people like using me. I'm just seeing it as, well, maybe if they see that they see the effort, there will be some type of reciprocation to it. And yeah, that just wasn't the case. I was definitely taken advantage of in a lot of situations. So yeah, that just was kind of like a lot. And then when I decided to be the person that I was being for everybody else. When I decided to be that person for myself, I had to work 30,000 times as hard because now it's like people are so used to me doing things a certain way and like being in certain spaces and always being like for others. So then I had to like do a lot of extra work to be like, don't ask me about this, don't ask me about that. I don't know. I know you saw me. I'm not saying that, just don't. So I'm like, this is what I'm doing now. So I had to spend so much time defending my actions. I had to spend so much time explaining, don't ask me about X, Y, and Z. No, you can't do this, whatever. It like to basically set boundaries and just almost change the audience. And then I still had to promote what I was doing. And those 2 years of, well, like year and a half of transition just took a toll on me. I don't regret the experience, but I do have some regrets. I have I have those moments where I'm just like, I wish I would have done things differently. Um, Beforehand and even in the transition. So I said, I'm going to go hard this, like, I'm going to go harder, but safely and find some balance in this new year of me just being Shakeya, being the professor, taking 365 Creative Academy to new heights and just not operating from fear. So not sure if I said all that to say, if you didn't see my post, I was saying that, it'll be a year. And something that I've always wanted to do is just take this show on the road. Like I want to be able to be like, I want to see like in person all of the people who are on my live videos, who are always learning from me, whether it's from the live videos, pre-recorded classes. I want to be able to see, feel, touch, like, and just teach in person. And that's what we're going to do. 365 Creative Academy is going on tour. I literally heard the voice of God say, it is time. Like he is Rafiki. Okay. And I heard it. I know it's God, but I heard it like his name was Rafiki. And he said, it is time. So I did a post and I was asking, where would you guys like for the professor to show up at? And what is it that we want to learn? Okay. I be kind of like, so for the summer, it's a little kind of like, not say bait-ish, but I do know what I'm teaching for my first couple of sessions. But after the summer, my family and I have decided that it is okay, whether the family is able to come with me or I'm going to end up traveling by myself, because that was a big thing for me having a small child who has epilepsy, just being fearful of like, I'm going to be gone away. Is he going to have a really bad seizure? That fear kind of sort of came to pass, not with Zion, but with MJ. He went out of town last week and he got sick. And I was the most panicked ever because I'm like, my child is sick. And he's literally calling me every day. He threw up. MJ lost 20 pounds from not eating, throwing up. Like that's how bad it was last week for him. And I couldn't be there. And that's one of my fears as a parent. But I'm working through that. Like I'm really, really working through that. Therapy helps with working through that to, like it's okay. Like I am a mom, I'm a great mom, but it's also okay to do the things that Shakeya needs, that makes for Shakeya to be Shakeya, the things that Shakeya just likes, not Shakeya the wife, not Shakeya the mom, the things that Shakeya just enjoys, like finding, rediscovering who I am, loving and unapologetically being selfish to my needs is something that I am really, really learning. I'm learning to cope with and accept, because it is hard for me to kind of accept, that part of it. It's okay to be selfish. Okay. So, you know, whether or not they come with me or not, we have also said that like I will go to a different city every single month. My goal is to try and get to a different city every single month for the next year. She says, whew, that's a word as a mother and business owner. Yeah. So the information I've been working on something that was very, very kind of also special to me, kind of bittersweet. I was working on an obituary that turned from a like my standard kind of 8-page spread to a 12-page spread. Finished that up yesterday. I just have like one more thing to do that, and like I said, I have to do these napkins for a last minute order. But all the information will be out very, 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 very soon. Because it's coming up. Like, and I know that I have to do it now, because if I go and I just think about it too much, I'm gonna procrastinate. I'm gonna talk myself out of it. So let me ask you guys, I want the same question. If you didn't see the post, even if you did comment on the post, comment now. What cities would you like for me to come to, and what do you want to learn? I promise y'all, this is more like a podcast. I've meant to put that disclaimer that this is more podcast, this is more audio. It's not a lot of visual to this, because I don't have my camera set up, and yeah, my hair's not done. So it's more so just just audio. So you can just kind of put your earbuds in. You don't have to worry about missing anything, because it's just going to be my screen just going back and forth for now. But what cities would you like for the professor to come to? She says, come on over to Mobile. Come on over, yeah. Mobile, Alabama. Okay. Incredible greetings. Another Mobile, Alabama. Oh, wow. It's quite a few of you guys watching. Y'all must only be able to listen. See, this is why I'm okay with it being like kind of like podcast-ish, because some of you guys are just listening, and I don't always get like the engagement of you guys typing in the chat. I think that's kind of where I'm at. That's why I was like, you know what? I can go and I can have all this stuff on the screen and do all these things, and it's like most of you guys are just listening to me like I'm a podcast. So Texas or Arkansas, they are literally next door to each other. They literally they have this it's the same exact city in both states. Seriously? That's pretty interesting. Wow. That's one of the things that I would like to do. Like, when we're trying to figure out like how to do this, I want to be able to go to places that does like border certain areas where people can, come in, like it's easier for them to get there. So New York City in-person photo. Okay, so with this, I'm going to be honest, guys. I don't want to do anything that's like a computer. Like, you guys is it no discipline? I mean, I'm not saying for you, but like stuff like Photoshop classes, or silhouette classes, like it's looking at a computer. Like there's nothing like, I mean, I'm going to show it and it's going to be the same thing. Like I have to be at my computer. I have to do it. The only other thing would be like me walking around, but you guys can also share your screen for me to see what it is that you're doing. When I do these, I'm telling you right now, I don't want to do any design classes. That's what online is for. That thrives. Like that's where that lives at. It works. For me, it just works great there. It's just going to be on you guys to really carve out that time, block out all of the distractions, get a second monitor so that you can watch the Zoom and do the class. But yeah, that like everyone still have to be on a computer. So that still to me works better or just the same like online. When I go out, I'm planning to do things that are like, I need to see how your hand move, how you're like, I want to see the things, I want to touch it, I want to feel it. You can't touch and feel Photoshop. It's in a computer. So my goal is to do things that are like, physical things to teach. What did you purchase? What did you purchase, Zena? I was thinking about the amount of products you would have to bring. I'm an in-person, an in-person phone board class would be awesome. So I've actually worked out the logistics for that. So yeah, but yeah, I want to be able to do like physical like classes. So phone board. Hey, just say. Anybody else? Anything else you're like, man, I need the professor in front of me to show me this, to show me X, Y, and Z. No, it said once you go to I think that's what it says, to go there. Like the whole purpose of it is for you to take advantage of what you read. Yeah, it's to take advantage of the code that's there. So, you guys are, some of you guys might just be listening, so it's podcast type time. I guess it's podcast time. Yes, I will. Like, if you don't know, phone board is something. Oh, wait, you know what? Let me. Where is it? Oh, wait. I didn't know it popped up over here, but okay.
I am the best. I am the best out here doing this. I am the top of the land. I got the best product. I got the best service. I got the best results. They book me because they want the best. I am the best, Iggy's. You won't never hear AT&T talking about we second best, third best. No, I am the best. When they ask for the best, here I come.
So I wanted to show that phone board is my jam. It is one of my favorite mediums to work with. Of course, next to like papers and stuff like that. Like I love a good paper project as well. And adhesive vinyl. I do love adhesive vinyl also.
I don't know how you promote your business, but when it comes,
so these are basic. These are photo cubes that are made all of foam board. Okay. So we've done like those, like the photo cubes, and then of course cupcake toppers, the banner that you see in the background. So I did the balloons that's on the centerpieces, not the other balloons out there. Um, I use my Roland BN20 for these, but you can technically use any printer. At least for this size, you can use any printer, or you can order prints from different print shops. You can order prints and things from like Staples or Walgreens, or like any just like photo producing place. So foam board is one of the things that, you know, we will be doing. And I was waiting for it to come back around because these are all photo boards. I mean, just photo cubes, which double as like a base for the balloon topiary. But I've also used it to make custom gift card boxes, which is what I'm probably I'm going to end up doing a lot of those for trunk parties this year. So custom gift card boxes, which I'm waiting. It's, you can see it back in the corner over there. There we go. That right there. And then the backdrop there was all, can y'all believe that backdrop designed completely in Silhouette Studio? Completely in Silhouette Studio. I suck at posting. This is another thing for me this year. I like, I gotta get better with posting. I absolutely suck at posting online. Like I like short form content and having to edit it down. Like I rather just be on live and just kind of say what I have to say. Like I can't stand short form content. But you're gonna see here. Well, this, let me see. Most of this is hold on. Can I pause? So oh my God, I forgot. Whatever. I don't got time for this. It told me the whole little visibility thing. I guess because I'm showing like my own stuff. Like TikTok is really getting on my nerves now. So now it's your live is not eligible for recommendations and restricted in certain searches because it may contain unoriginal, reproduced content. This is in line with the For You feed eligibility standards under the community guidelines. Like this is so ridiculous. Like, because baby, my stuff is original. This is not anybody else's. Like I'm showing my page. Like I'm so confused as to why is it doing that. But anywho, like the okay, wait, where'd you go? Where'd you So it's a slideshow. So the towers that you see, they are all foam board. The cutouts, all foam board. The bases that they are on, all foam board. So as you can say, I like foam board. I like foam in general. I you know what I have never done? I just like looking at this. I just realized that because I said it before, but I don't know when I'm going to schedule it. I've never done a pinata class. Like I don't think I've ever done a pinata class. I don't think I've ever done a pinata live video. Yeah, I don't think in the 10 years, I don't think you guys have ever seen me make a pinata. Or am I mistaken? Have y'all seen me make a pinata? Because I mean, my niece was, is 10 now. So this was 9 years ago, and I was doing content. Have I ever made a pinata? But anywho, yeah, that's so interesting. I don't think so. I think just my boxes, my display boxes here are foam board. But the castle, that whole thing right there. Hold on, let me tilt y'all down so y'all can see better. That whole thing is foam board. Oh God. I'm trying to scroll up and I can't, you can't technically scroll up. I'm trying to move the picture up and you can't. There was the bases of these, because I think these are just all cardstock, but the bases are foam board. Over here is some foam board. Oh, I did the wrong way. Goodness. Okay, this is all. These are just all things that I've made with my Cameo. This is all foam board. Of course, vinyl, told y'all. Those are all cardstock. Those are not foam board. Those are all cardstock. Not the cute little baby though. He's not cardstock and he's not foam board. These are all foam board. Foam board. Foam board with sublimation. Foam board, all designed in Silhouette Studio. So let me see. I told y'all I'm not great with posting to social media. I don't know if I have any other like foam board stuff, like on especially on this page. I don't know. Most likely I don't, because I suck at posting. Really suck at creating short form content. I am never going to be the person to teach you about creating videos, how to create them, blah, 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 because I don't like doing it. Yeah, that was the only thing on here. And that's the thing too. Like people, if they would go to my social media, if you've never been on a live video with me, or like just really seen, like you would think that like, why do you buy, like if people go to my social media and just what's posted, they are probably thinking, why should I follow her? Because I don't post anything. It's like almost like you have to catch me in a live situation. Like if I was live teaching it, or you have to go like to my YouTube, stuff like that, because my social media is dry as hell. I got to do something about it. I know I do. I know I have to do something about it. My social media is dry. Ooh, my eyeball itching. Ooh. But yeah, so foam board is going to be the star of the show for this multi-city tour. I'm super excited just to kind of be in person, because I tried doing foam board virtually and never again. It wasn't, I mean, this was during that time where I gave too much. People play, like I don't charge a lot to begin with. And, wanting to make sure that people actually got it. It was supposed to be, I think maybe it wasn't, no, I don't think it was supposed to be 2 days, like how it was set up. Or no, it was supposed to be 2 days and it ended up being like 3 days. And I'm talking 10, 12-hour days, because you're like waiting for other people to like cut. You can't see what they're doing. When they mess up, they're scared, they're moving slow. So you end up like, you can't really see what's going on. They have to keep moving their camera. And I'm like, I will never, ever. If you were able to take a foam board class virtually, more power to you. Y'all can watch the playback of it. But I am not doing foam board virtually anymore. Like they were so long. And most of the time I'm just sitting there. Like I can't see what you're doing. People don't have on their cameras. They're just working like independently. I'm not the type of instructor that forces you to turn on your camera, because sometimes I know I like being comfortable and it's being recorded, and you might want to be on camera looking all crazy, and I like being comfortable when I'm working and stuff. Well, you might have to sit on the floor to do it. You might have kids walking around, so I don't necessarily make it mandatory to have your camera on, but if you need help. So that's why I'm like, yeah, this is something that definitely has to be done in person. So foam board is one of the sessions that will take place over these weekends. So it's 3 days. It'll be Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Every time I go to a city, we're going to be there Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I'm at 5%. Hold on. Um, okay, so what was I saying? So yeah, foam board. All right. If there was anything else, I saw a couple people say phone board. If there was anything else I could do in person, what would it be? I ordered 13-inch rolls today. For future reference, how many rolls can I order to ship together? 13 inches. I want to say in the big box, it can fit up to 4 of them. I want to say for 13 inches. And then 8.5 inches, like in the big one, it can fit more than that. But I want to say it can fit 4. I want to say the big box that we have fits 4 of them. Come to Chicago. MJ wants to go there. So it'll be certain places that I'm going to end up scheduling because it's places where my kids want to go. So some of the places will end up being like in conjunction with holidays because my children have never missed a day of school. So if I want them to be able to travel and like see the city, because I'll be working Friday, Saturday, Sunday, it'll be long days. So for them to be able to see the cities and stuff like that, we'll have to do that as a family throughout the week. So some of these sessions and like certain cities are going to fall in line with holidays. If you email me, if you just place it, that means that it has not been processed as of yet. If you send a message on the website, we can always update your invoice and you just pay the difference. And once you pay the difference, then we can add it to the order. So send a message to the website. I saw the real estate key on phone board. Did you do a live video for that? Probably not. But I have done phone board, live before. And the only difference is the shapes that you do. Like I've done a lot of complex shapes. The process doesn't change. I designed in Silhouette Studio. I cut out my template with cardstock, put it on the foam board, cut it out. And with that particular one, it was actually no, that one I think I cut the key first and then sublimated, and then I glued that to the foam board and then just cut around it. So you can't heat it up because it was sublimated. But yeah, I can't say that I've done like that one specifically. So I go look for that, but I've done live videos. So if you want to just kind of go and watch the videos, whether it's a live video or pre-recorded, or you want to take the class that I do have on foam board, it's there. The technique does not change. It's just the shape that changes. When I'm doing these sessions, I no longer really come on like unless there's like a question or something like that someone's asking. But I don't plan. My goal, and most times I'll be honest, when I'm doing those, I'm like bored out of my mind and I need a break from the back of the house stuff that I'm doing. So I'll pick something and I'll come on and just like answer someone's question or whatever. But these are all Q&As. If you guys don't ask questions, there's nothing. But I was just pretty much coming on just talking about the fact that I will be visiting different cities 3 days. We'll have meet and greets, and I'm on the fence if I want to do 3 topics or just 2. I have the 3 already. I just want to know what you guys wanted to learn. 3 topics or 2. And you'll have the option to attend the entire weekend or just attend the sessions that you're interested in, like learning and being a part of. So just kind of talking about that because I made a post about that I'm not living in fear, in this next year after surviving a heart attack. So I will be going to multiple cities to teach. First stop, Miami. No, but I will be. So if you're in the South Florida area, or if you can take a quick trip here, you're, within it is going to come up quick. It is. So it's going to be on the site. We'll have the option for Sezzle to be able, so that way you can pay for the class and then just pay for that in installments and then spend your money on if you need to travel here or stay here or whatever. But I will be doing The session in Miami, the 12th, 13th, and 14th. Atlanta, the 19th, 20th, and 21st. And Orlando, the 3rd, 4th, and 5th of August. So the 12th, 13th, and 14th of July will be Miami. 19th, 20th, and 21st will be Atlanta. 3rd, 4th, and 5th of August will be Orlando. Then I have to get the kids back to school. But I do plan, I just don't know the exact date. The first one in August, they're not going to be able to go with me. So I have to make sure it's a city that MJ doesn't want to go to. But I will be doing one in August. At first I wanted to do DMV, but MJ wants to go to DC. So I'm like, may have to kind of push that one to when they have a break, which I know that they have a long weekend, but it's kind of sucks because it's not it's just a weekend. So if I'm working, they would be able to go out, but I wouldn't really be able to be with them to like go out until we get to like nighttime. But I know that they have a Labor Day off after they get back going to school. So I may end up doing DMV for Thanksgiving time. We've had some requests for Texas, for Louisiana. If I do California, my goal is to do that in January in conjunction with the Impressions tour. So that is my goal, to do that, which means, and there are going to be some places where, I'm sorry, Orlando is actually one of those places where they're going to be evening sessions, 3 days, and 2 sessions during the week, and then just the Sunday, because I want to be able to go and Legoland with Zion Imani throughout the week. So 2 of the sessions are going to be in the evening throughout the week, and then phone board is on the 4th of August. Yeah. So let's see what else. Yeah, but some of them I'm gonna have to do the sessions like during the week. So it'll be like evening sessions throughout the week and kind of like a full day. Because Impressions is like that. When I went to Impressions, and at first I was always kind of like worried about doing classes throughout the week, or like kind of going to cities and having trainings throughout the week, until I went to Impressions in Atlantic City, and we're talking starting on Thursday, and there was a lot of people there, a lot of people that flew in, and they're at Impressions all day long. So I was like, we can definitely do, give it enough time to where you're taking off for that day. So I actually will have some places where it'll be during the week that I come, but I'll plan it out far enough to where people can actually plan around it. So, but yeah, it just kind of came on. If you didn't see the post, that's 365 Creative Academy is going on tour. And there is going to be a new launch. There's been a lot of signs that it's just time for me. I've done a lot of things, and don't get me wrong, I love my ink and paper line, but if I'm being honest, the support isn't there as much as I thought it would be when it came to the product line, and constantly just doing a bunch of, I did it, which I fell into this world, and it embraced me at one point, but the support with all of the Asian-based companies that are selling direct to consumers now and selling through Amazon and all these places, it makes it really, really hard to kind of compete with that. And like someone said, like I've gone so hard with like pushing the sublimation stuff, and some people don't do sublimation, and I do miss, doing a lot of the party type stuff. And I will say my art, like the way it's going to be taught and like how it's going to be broken up is going to be, some people may not understand it, but it's for a very good reason, because some people are not wanting to learn how to make these things for a business. They're just wanting to learn them. So when 365 Creative Academy's School of Celebration Affairs, kind of like, I'm trying to be like all like the schools, like school of like public, like you learn like public affairs and stuff like that. So our school of celebration, I don't really want to say parties, events and stuff like that, because it's for any type of celebration or event. I mean, even when it comes to memorial, they always, we always say celebrating the life of, so it still becomes a celebration. So our 365 School of Celebration, it is going to be membership based. That will be launching as well come July. We also we start back the live sessions for Essential Silhouette Studio. You guys now have, today is the 26th. You now have 1, 2, 3, 4. I might let it ride out until 4th of July. So you now have 8 days to get Essentials of Silhouette Studio at 103.65. Once the live classes start back up for Essentials of Silhouette Studio, the price is also going back up. Use Sezzle while it's at the price point that it is now. No sense in you, even if you use Sezzle, no sense in your payments being more. Get it now, get it now, get it now, get it now. So we're starting that up. The School of Celebration Affairs will be live as well. You'll be able to sign up for that. It's going to be subscription based, a couple different tiers based off of why you're wanting to learn these things. There's a part for just the practical part and then the business part. So yeah, we are going back to I'm going back to my roots of party favors and decor and just the event industry. So for those of you who are interested in those things, you're in for a treat. All right. Does anyone have any questions for me before I hop off of here? Like I said, it's now lunchtime. I promised the little person, Mickey D's, and I need to go to Florida Flex. And I guess since I promised the little person, Mickey D's, I'll take the big kid to Chick-fil-A. Since my husband found money in the wash. Any questions for me? All righty. If there are no questions, will the dashboard still be available? I caught the end. I'm not sure what you mean. Will the dashboard still be available? I'm not understanding what that means, Fonda. Oh, you always no. So that's what I said. My academy site is my academy site, and then each course is something. So I'm not starting a whole new like website. It's just a different. That's just like when I did graduation. It was 365 Creative Academy School of Graduation Customs. So it's just like the title of like the program. Once you pay for something, you always have access to it. So the way this, like with the subscription base, so my entire platform is not becoming subscription based. Just that particular class. So instead of, because I want to be able to do reoccurring things, like it's so much to party favors and event decor, and like there's different levels. There's beginner stuff, so kind of like your 101, and then you have your 102s, and then even from there you can go into like 301s. Like, so it's more advanced things. So it's going to be like a whole educational track to where you can start off with the basics, and then there's going to be more advanced classes, and then more like advances on that. Like, they're all different technically like memberships, because some people may just need like the basics. So that's just a new program. But you, of course, if you signed up for anything in our academy, you will always have access to your classes. It's just that this one we're doing more of a subscription base for it, so that we can, just like add to it, and and you'll still, the way that I'm doing it, you'll still have forever access to things that you have paid for. Like, once you've like paid for certain things, you'll have access to it. So yeah. But yeah, you'll definitely have access to the classes. I look forward to a live class near me. Yeah, so I will say, like, for where you guys are, I absolutely positively cannot do that during a time when MJ cannot go. So, which I don't know what I'm going to do, because it's too cold in December. But that's the time that the kids are out of school. So we are tentatively planning for New York, New Jersey area around Christmas time, when the kids are on winter break here. So that's what we're planning for that, because that's MJ's dream location to go to, is New York. So that's going to be around that time. It'll probably be like that time will probably be New York and coming to Chicago, like while they're out of school, because they're out of school for 2 weeks. So we'll spend Christmas up north. The kids will finally get a white Christmas. All right, so no other questions. All right, y'all. Thank you guys so very much. I look forward, to just like seeing you guys, and more information will come about all of the great things to come for 365 Creative Academy. Until next time, have a great one. Continue to unlock your creativity and be incredible. Peace. What about waiting until spring break? Because we actually already had plans for spring break next year. So yeah, I can't do that. We already have plans for spring break next year. And doing our spring break, y'all was still cold up there. So I really don't think that it's gonna matter, because when the kids were on spring break, like all those places, y'all was still complaining that it was freezing up there. So I don't know how you like what's considered spring for y'all up there, but I don't think it coincides with the spring break for school down here. Because I was just talking to Javaya, and she was like, y'all just got out of school. Well, in Jersey where she is, she's like, they just got out of school, where we've been out of school for like 2 weeks, and they're just now finishing up school. So I think y'all's schedule is a little bit different from ours. So when our spring break is, the North was still cold. All right, y'all. Peace.